And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Huskies offense will have the opening possession of the game. And finding space to throw the football against this secondary will be a challenge.
Well, I know there are a lot of schools every year that try to make the claim that they are DBU, but when you look at this team and this defense, David, each and every year, the talent is just outrageous. And this might be the actual DBU. Guys that can run, they've got length, man coverage zone, whatever you want, these guys have.
Yeah, it's really nice to coach, be a defensive coordinator, be a secondary coach, when you got guys like that. I mean, they don't look human, right? Like the length, the speed, the change of direction. So obviously they get those top-tier guys, and there's just something about the way they play at this spot that makes them look even better.
Left side, it's James. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. He saw man coverage, and the idea, just get it to my receiver as quickly as I can and let him work, David.
See man and see the cushion and see the guy back.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Washington sends out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Trojans offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and a minute after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively,
makes the catch and he's free. Pulled to the ground. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference play. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, the players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Run inside. It's Miller. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here.
Got it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. And the Trojans will try to put one on the board on first and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play.
Out wide left, it's Bowman. Into the end zone. Touchdown, USC. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches and the score. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And it really doesn't matter what play call this offense does. Like first possession, 3 and out, obviously struggled. This one right here, nothing on the ground. The offensive line has to do a better job. They got to be better up front, whether they want to run it.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside inside their 20. Rushes on, and down he goes.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Out wide right, it's Anderson.
And he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Making the adjustment on the play. To throw, it's Underwood. Makes the grab. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Fresh set of downs going up top. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. Past the 50. At the 40. He's at the top. Touchdown, Huskies. The defense marks on the middle. Setting up for the extra point and the top. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the performer? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, return to offense, go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Straight ahead, it's Miller. Breaks the tackle. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Underwood. Caught behind the line. It's Miller. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Brown.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. He's going to run it. Got the first down himself. Turning it on. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
On the gun, it's Miller. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early on. There are a lot of coaches that have put themselves and I think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And as a quarterback, man, you have to have a short memory, right? Be able to put mistakes behind you. He threw an interception last possession. Who cares? Nice job coming out, getting organized, getting the play down, having confidence, and now they're moving the ball right down the field.
He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense end zone.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. When you're snapping the football, everybody doing it on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Underwood in the gun on third down. Gets rid of it.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get sacks?
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They'll open this drive, looking to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Off play action on first down. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on him today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more, whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback.
Intercepting, the defense has set him up. Got some room to run. At the 20. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They go play action, Bryce Underwood. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long, putting them in a great position to be successful.
Motion from the back. Here's Underwood to throw. Here comes the heat. Caught.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
They want to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Complete on third down. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
From inside his own team. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Right by the kicking team.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
Going to work on second down. Red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Motion from the wideout. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Trojans! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Oh, they clocked it. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. First play of this drive. Caught in the backfield. It's caught. There we go. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
They'll give it to Washington. to the running game on first down. Now second down. This time they'll throw it. Setting up the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Fresh center downs going to the air. They're all over it. Unloads in the nick of time.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Long way to go on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Just got rid of that one.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Ton of ground to cover here on third and long. They just keep firing. Fires to the wideout. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive for their own, fighting to get it out of the end zone, and I don't think he made it. Not, it's a safety. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Quarterback will keep it. And he's brought down after a short game. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Finds his man. Gets it across the 10 to the 11, and a fresh set of downs and a little breathing room to boot. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy.
Lets it fly. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. He completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, you're making a positive out of it. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He'll have enough for the first down. They'll maintain possession. We'll see if they're happy enough just to let the clock run out. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. What do you got on the sideline?
The Trojans head coach told me about that. He is so excited about how his quarterback has performed. They did have a lot of high expectations for him, and he has lived up to the challenge. They get the ball here, and they are expecting to go right down the field, regain some of that momentum that their quarterback had in the first half, and make sure he is setting the tone for the second. Reese?
Okay, Holly. Setting up for a 1st and Underwood. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Pulls it in. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down. The Trojans right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Leaves his feet and makes a nice catch along the left sideline.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback had the look he wanted. He had his big fella down here in the red zone. That's supposed to be an easy pitch and catch, but his buddy puts it on the floor.
Got him on the RPO. That completion will take him inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove. He's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of him.
Makes a catch. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And the beatdown has ensued. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Drops back on first down. Short pass.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Look out! He'll try to do it himself. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd. Here's a give to Washington. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Right side, it's Napier. And he is gonna lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. Washington sends out the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Throwing, Underwood. A strike downfield. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. The give is to Miller. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game.
Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Bunch formation for these receivers. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the book. Simply ended the fourth. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
And this is always the time in the game where...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Snapped on fourth down. Oh, pressure's coming. Got his man. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Wide 53, go!
Complete. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
And guys, that completion might have helped the old confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the play on third down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to Pater.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Washington. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Let's go to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, checking in from the USC sideline. I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Might as well give it to him again. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Miller with the ball to the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Trojans back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. It's inside. It's Miller. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of the stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
A timely pickup to get the first down there, and it took a little something out of the crowd, too. From the gun, running back on the move. He's got the first down. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. They have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on first and goal. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. They don't fall for the screen. Great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Keeps it himself. Could be an alley. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. 4th and goal from the 5. The offense is still out there. This epitomizes confidence. 4th down, Underwood. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, USC! And the punishment has been extended. His 3rd touchdown of the game. That's almost half of his total, as he now has 7 on the year. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. 2nd and long here. He's looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Unloads to the right. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
The #1 objective objective for our defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football.